Sup, jit. We are back. It's been a few days since I've posted, 4 days since I've posted, but you better believe it has been less than 4 days since I've exercised. So, in these 4 days, I have worked out twice. So, I'm going to be catching up on the logbook right now. First, we're going to hit the incline day. So, Raider 3, week 8, day 3. Incline, like I'm saying. Last session was an absolute doozy, but we got through it. It was a bad one. This session absolutely crushed it. Also, peep, in the New Balance this time. Normally I'm a Nike boy, but my bro hooked it up at the New Balance store. It was a deal I could not refuse. So we're rocking the New Balance on top, New Balance on bottom. Sweatsuited up, absolutely fitted, clean. Anyways, let's get right to it. Top set was 8 reps at RPE 8. Previously, I had done 170. This week, 175. It moved great. Let's see it. Here we go for 8 reps. Not worried about the pause, just making sure we get full range of motion. Bang, that's 2. You can see I'm already slightly slowing down, I feel like, on that second rep. But here, rep 4 looks about the same as rep 1. 5, I'm definitely slowing down. 6 is a fight. 7, I refuse to lose. Is he going for 8? Of course, because he's great. Gathering the gusto, slamming it out. Done. Awesome lift. So what I mean by it moved great is not that it was quick and easy, but definitely in that RPE 8 range where it's slowing down at the end. And I did grind through that last rep. Did I have 2 more? Maybe not. But my butt did not come up. Maybe it was 1 more, like an RPE 9. But that's something about self-coaching is that, we're just trying to hit that range. I'm a beginner to this, so we're just learning along the way. For the back downs, we were doing sets of 10, trying to make sure that we do a pause. I was working with 150, which is 85% of the 175. Maybe I could have done a little bit less if I'm saying now that I had overestimated my RPE on the top set. And you're going to see that in this last back down. My pause was not super dramatic. I feel like it was better during sets 2 and 3, but not 100% sure because I didn't record those. But watching this fourth one back, didn't have that dramatic of a pause, but it's definitely a different pace than the top set, and I'm not really resting at the top at all. Let's take a look. Forget whatever that plebeian idiot was saying before, because when I was watching this and listening with the audio, I did like the pause, okay, because I'm breathing in and then I halt my breathing as I pause on my chest. Maybe I lose it a little bit throughout, but I like that I'm not resting at the top as much as I did on my top set or anything. Liking the pace throughout. As you can see, I'm absolutely grinding through that rep, and I'm going for more. These are grinders. Great work. Definitely fighting through those last couple reps, which is what I love to see. Let's move on to the accessory work. Going to the rear delt fly machine. Last session it wasn't available. This session it was. So I was setting the reps this week. First one, using 110. That's the new weight from 100. I was able to get 15 reps on the first set, not surprising at all. That is the high end of the rep range. On the second set, I could only get 10, but we're matching that first set with myo reps. So after I get 10 and I fail on the 11th, I'm resting at the bottom for 1 to 3 seconds before attempting another rep and getting it up to 5. But I'm logging it as 10 reps so I remember where I stopped. For the third set, I somehow got 11. Not 100% sure why, but I got the 4 extra reps in myo reps. Moving on to the hammer curls. Previously, starting with the 45-pound dumbbells, I had done 9, 8, 7. Those were my 3 sets. First set 9, last set 7. So I was trying to do better than that this session, but unfortunately I did not. What I logged was 9, 8, 6.5. So what does that mean? I had done 9, 8, 7. I got with my left arm, and I literally could not with my right. So after not getting it, I rested at the bottom for like a second or two, and then I got it. So I'm logging it as 6.5 because I literally got locked out on that. My biceps don't want to grow, but we are going to force them to grow. I don't know how before I had done the 40s for 3 sets of 12 and then moving on to the 45-pound weights, how different it is getting stagnated. Like for the rear delt fly, it was super easy to move up the weight and still get a decent amount of reps on all 3 sets. But, we're going to work out the kinks and we're going to get stronger as we go. Next is the dips, and this has been something I've been struggling with ever since I added weight to them. The first time that I had added weight to it, I had felt like I mastered the body weight dip, at least as far as I wanted to go with it. 3 sets of 15 reps with, a controlled eccentric, pause at the bottom, full ROM, whatever you want to say. So I was like, okay, let's start adding some weight to this. Let's, build that big, juicy, muscular chest and triceps and shoulders, front delts, all that good stuff. And my strategy for this, or what the program says to do, is AMRAP the first set, get 2/3 of it on the second set, and then 1/3 on the third set. Then from there, on the following weeks, match your first set AMRAP and try to bring sets 2 and 3 up until you match that first rep AMRAP. First set AMRAP, excuse me. And that's what I did with the body weight. And I had set, for the first time using the 45 pounds, I had set 14 reps as my AMRAP. But the next weeks, I was never able to get my first set there. Last week, my first set was 11, and the next 2 were 10. And I believe that's the same as 2 weeks ago. However, this week, I was able to do the first set 14. I finally matched it. And then so aiming for the 2/3, it would be 9 or 10. I got 10. And aiming for 1/3 on the third would only be 5 reps, but I was able to get 9. So maybe this is something to think about, where on this third set, am I trying too hard? Like, am I doing 9 just because I can? Should I be slowing it down so that I can recover better and then improve it more? Is that why I wasn't able to get 14 again? I don't know. We'll see. We'll find out. Going into next session, I'm going to try and match with 14, and then my second set match with 14, and then my third set match with whatever. Just try to move it up. Lateral raises, we were going with the new approach like I was talking about before. Not in my last incline video, but in my last bench video, where I'm sitting on the bench and I'm really focusing on my form. I think because of my collarbone injury, this is something I should just put a little bit more thought and effort into. So 2 sessions ago, my bench session, sitting on the bench using the 30-pound dumbbells, I was able to get 3 sets of 8. This session, my first set, I just went for AMRAP and I got 12. Set 2, I got 8, and set 3, I got 7. So going into my next session, going into my bench session, which is actually probably going to be tomorrow or Friday, because like I'm saying, it's been a little bit since I've posted and I'm a little backed up on making these videos. I'm going to try to match my first set with 12, then bring the second set to 12 and third set to 12. And I'm not going to move up to the weight until I'm getting 3 sets of 15. I think that's a good remedy for this shoulder injury, to make sure that I'm doing things right. And, as long as the effort's there, I'm going to be gaining muscle. So now ending it off with the incline dumbbell press. I was using the 50-pound dumbbells. Last week, I had done 2 sets 15. The week before, I had done the first set 15, second set 14, which was way below my expectations. And even though last week was a bad incline session, I was glad to have brought this up by 1 rep. Now, having an amazing incline session, even after the dips, even after the heavier incline press, after all that, I was able to do the first set 15 and the last set 20, which was a great way to move up. So now what I think I would like to do next time is do 20 on the first set and then go for AMRAP, hopefully at least 15 on the second set. Hopefully I'm not so exhausted from the first set that it stops me from it on the second, but cumulative reps should be the same. If the first one I get 20, second one I should be able to get 15 or hopefully improve. That was a 6.5 minute take, so I'm not sure how much I'm going to have to cut that up. I think I was well spoken enough though. Now we're going to talk about the ab work. Like I'm saying, this is a few days ago, but I do remember performing well. First set, sit-ups, unweighted to 20. Second set, 2.5 pound weight behind the head to 20. Third and fourth set using the 5 pound weight behind the head. This is one that I've been working on mastering. I believe I got 20 without stopping. And then on my fifth and final set, I was able to get 14 with good pace before resting at the bottom and having to absolutely grind the last 6 out. Had to run through this one even though it was a bit delayed. I'm going to be trying to get these videos out as soon as possible. Thanks so much for listening. Have a good one.